What up, y'all? Leak, Jewels. Look at my eyes, man. You can tell. I woke up beamed. You know, I'm still feeling it. Probably gonna take some. Nah. Yeah. I know I look all types of nasty. Haven't showered in like 2 days. I want to, but I can't. And y'all come here for this. I don't want to take up too much of y'all time, but I do gotta say, I'm not condoning any sort of substance abuse. And I definitely don't condone it underage. You know, I started super young. I'm still. You're gonna see why. Why that's not a good idea. All right, let's get into the motherfucking bullshit. So, I was watching a Paul the Alien trip report video. This was his 550 milligrams of diphenhydramine trip report video. And first of all, I want to say rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, Paul. You know, I can resonate with him a lot. Obviously, he's like a few years older than me. He's quite a bit older than me. Not by too much, but definitely by some years. Yeah, but rest in peace, man. I don't know why you did that to yourself. It's terrible. It hit me hard. I wish he got better. I really did, but can't change that now. Yeah. So I was watching that video, and I waited till. Dang, fingers. I waited till dusk rolled around, and I was gonna be like, I knew what I was doing. I knew it was gonna be like creepy and stuff at night. So I waited till dusk rolled around, got the pills out. Then I waited till dusk rolled around, got the pills out. And I was like, man, I was debating, should I do this, should I not? And yeah, if I haven't said this previously, my highest previous dose was 300 milligrams. And it had been 2 months and 7 days since my last trip because I was trying to go sober. And I was like, man, F it, man. And I popped 550 milligrams right then and there. And I was like, what did I just do? What did I just do? And I was like, this is such a mistake. Why did I just do that? I got hit with that, feeling of regret like a truck. And after that, I hit up my friend, and she was giving me advice on how to, like, throw it up. At this point, it was already digesting, and so I chugged some water, spin around, and tried to throw up, but none of the pills came out. Not even any pink or nothing. So, yeah, it had already digested at that point. I mean, they were super small, but still, like, at that point, it was too late, unfortunately. But, yeah, it probably had already hit my brain because I was getting visual hallucinations, seeing, like, faces and, like, scary clown demons and chairs and whatnot. It's so crazy, honestly. I'll go into that further on as the video goes. Please watch. Yeah. It probably already hit me. I was having delusions of sobriety. I was like, man, I'm just freaking out. It's just a panic attack or something. I'm completely sober. As I'm seeing clowns and chairs and fucking people walking on the wall. But, so I was like, yeah, let's take some more. And I took, 325 milligrams. So that equals to 875. And I was like, oh my gosh, how much did I just take? And I've forgotten how much I took. I was like, bro, what? How much did I take? And I didn't even know at that point. I was trying to do the math. I was getting so many different numbers. But, looking back at it now, seeing how much I had before and after, man, it was like, okay, so this is how much I did. Yeah, and yeah, I was like, man, I was getting so freaked out. I thought I was gonna pass away. So I started chugging water. I started chugging water, or at least trying to, but I kept spitting it up because it tastes so weird. It feels so weird while you're tripping. And yeah, I was really trying, and that's it. I was just sitting there on the phone, I think. I was either on the phone or I was listening to music. And I just get hit with this intense body load. Like the body load feels like you weigh as much as like a T-Rex the size of the universe. Like that's how crazy it is, man. And I was getting real sleepy because it's sedative. And I was like, man, I was getting so sleepy. I kept looking at the time, and it was like I was jumping in time forward because every time I looked at the time, it was like minutes later. And then sometimes like the minutes would get mixed up, so I'd look at it, and it's like, say it was like 7 o'clock. Say I look at the time now, and it's like 7:20, and I look at the time now, and it's like 7:10. It was so weird. Yeah, I was listening to music. Then I took my earbuds out because I was getting paranoid. And I was like, did I just hear someone knock on the door? So I took the earbuds out and I was listening for something, and I kept hearing like someone sprinting outside, and I could hear it on the door. And then I was trying to listen, and I was like, nah, that don't sound right. So I was listening, and I hear this woman scream. She screamed so loud. It startled me, which is one of the things. I don't really get scared while tripping on that. But yeah, I've never really gotten scared, but that really startled me. And then I heard a chainsaw, so I'm like, what's going on? You know, I'm like, what's going on? And I hear like some gibberish coming from the next room. It's incomprehensible, just muttering that I can't understand. And I'm just like, what's going on? Let's see. I'm trying to read what I wrote down. It's pretty hard to decipher this. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's hard to decipher this. I was hearing like incomprehensible muttering from the next room over. I'm like, what are they talking about? Mind you, I was home alone as this was going on. I was home alone. So I just hear this. I'm like, what are they talking about? They talking about me? And I can't decipher what they're saying or what they're speaking on. So I'm just like, better to just stay out of it because I don't know. Literally, that was my thought process. And I stare at the wall. I stare at the wall to see if I'm tripping. It's kind of like it intensifies it almost, because it's very easy to not notice that you might be, tripping while on it. So if you stare at the wall, you might be like, am I or am I not? So I look at the wall, and if you ever seen like crown streaks or little streaks on the wall, bro, it's so easy to notice them on DPH. And I was looking at the wall, and I see a crown streak. And as I'm staring at it, it morphs into like a crown streak stick man that starts walking up these crown streak stairs on the wall. And I'm like, what is going on? He starts walking up the wall like it's stairs. Hold on. Okay, I gotta make sure there's somebody pulling in. He starts walking up the wall like it's stairs. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what? And then I'm watching this probably for like 40 minutes, just watching him walk. And he turns at me and waves his hands. And I'm like, huh? He waves his hands, and I'm like, what? And I could tell it was a dude too, because he told me. He's like, oh, I'm a guy, bro. I'm a guy, bro. I'm like, all right. Then as I look down the wall, I see a crown streak, and it morphs into like a monster. And I'm like, what? It morphs into this monster, almost like a spider, but not really. And I'm watching both of them for like 40 minutes. I think they interact with each other at one point and start fighting. And I'm like, what is going on, bro? They start fighting at one point, and I'm just like, what? Uh, yeah, and then I I get this like intense feeling of like a demon is behind me. So I turn around and I notice I'm in a different universe. That was literally my thought process. I was in a different universe, in some sort of dark universe or something. It was so weird. Um, I was probably went through psychosis before and after that trip. I don't know. I definitely did. I might be stuck in perma trip. I'm gonna be honest with you, which really sucks because I have barely experienced any life. I've just now started getting brain development, obviously, as I've gotten older, going through puberty and whatnot. But now, fucking permanently gonna ruin my brain. Can't really change that now. Yeah, I was getting extremely paranoid, so I turn around. Like I said, I notice I'm in a different universe, but I also notice this like black figure that's like phasing in and out of reality. Like if you've ever looked up like the Elder Scrolls lore, if you've ever looked up the Elder Scrolls lore, you would see like Kim achieving Kim and then zero summing if you can't. And it's kind of like that. He was kind of like an active camo type deal. He was phasing in and out of reality, but he was on my wall and he was black. It wasn't like the Hat Man, like some people say. It wasn't that. It was just like a shadow figure phasing in and out of reality, in and out of the universe, the new universe I was in, on my wall. Because there was a universe on my wall. That's literally what it looked like. Like there was stars. And like it was literally, there was like multiple universes on my wall. It was so crazy, man. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to drink water, because I was getting dehydrated. I tried and I tried. I kept spitting it up. I was like, wow, wow, wow. I tried so hard. I was like, you know how like water, how it like is drinkable? It's not very drinkable while you're tripping. DPH, man. And I keep looking at the time and it keeps skipping. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And I go on Reddit and I'm like messaging people and I'm like, bro, please help me. What is going on? And they're like, bro, you gotta call someone. You gotta go get help. Uh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Mind you, I'm home alone. So there's no one to really, watch me or help me if I get into a dangerous situation. I'm on my own. I'm on my lonesome road. Old World Blues. Those are such great DLCs. Shout out Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is great. Borderlands. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go and get into it. Yeah, I was trying. I kept spitting up the water. Bro, it felt like there were like demons crawling down my throat. Pause, man. What? I was trying to chug the water, but it felt like it was demons crawling down my throat. And I kept spitting it up until eventually I had to swallow it. And I could feel it trickle down. And it felt like demonic entities were possessing me. And I was like, what? Metaphysical, pataphysical, just powerful, Like your sense of self really is powerful. Sobriety is really powerful. You got to stay sharp. Stay sharp. Achieving Kim, you can achieve Kim, but you can't do stuff like that. It's metaphysical, pataphysical, spiritual. I don't really know. My mom says I'm spiritually gifted. I say I'm suffering in sinister turmoil every day. I'm going on tangents. Speaking of that, get to the fucking point. You know, there's no reason to go on tangents. I can make new videos on this. It's just, yeah. So as I'm seeing these universes all floating around my room, and I go out, I try to. It's so scary. Well, it's not scary. I just get really paranoid. I wasn't scared at all. It was just paranoia. So I try to go out my room, and I see a shadow demon, and she's staring at me with this sinister smile on her face. And I look next to her, and there's a clown demon peeing on my floor. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with any of that. Mind you, there's spirits floating all around, because it was dark. I didn't really have any lights on. There was spirits floating all around, and there's like universes popping into existence like a macrocosm. So I go back into my room. I hop on the bed, and then boom, you know, I start seizing, bro. Like, I start shaking, foaming at the mouth. I yacked. Thankfully, I was on my side, and I peed my pants. And all I remember is hopping on the bed, and then waking up almost, or like coming to, with like my pants peed and like throw up all over, and my body is sore. I don't know if I seized or not, but it felt like it. And I was like, I'm like, I cannot go to sleep. I can't go to sleep. I was so scared to go to sleep, bro. I was so scared to go to sleep. I was like, I cannot. I'll tell you, I was so scared to go to sleep. I literally tried to stay up for as long as I could. And I ended up passing out and waking up like 9 hours later, just out of deep sleep. And I had such sinister nightmares where it was so vivid. It was like that, but I had like a heart attack. And it was almost like the trips itself are almost like hypnagogic, like hallucinations. I have those every night if I don't have like my phone earbuds in. I'm gonna have them regardless. It's upsetting, but yeah. Then, I woke up so scared. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot. And here I'll try to show you. If you can look over here, that's like some of the stuff I was seeing. That's like some of the stuff. Here, I'll try to show you more. But I don't know. This trip report's about over. Rest in peace, Paul. I don't know how you did that to yourself, man. You know. No, if you're still around, if you're still sticking around the video, thank you. Thank you for watching it, which I'm sure no one is going to be here, but thank you for watching the video. Thank you for watching the video. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. I do got to say, if you don't do DPH, I don't recommend you do. Like I said, I was super young when I started. I'm still super young now. Take that as you will. Every day, I was already experiencing weird stuff like paranoia, disassociation, derealization, and, intrusive thoughts, obsessions, compulsions, paranoid delusions, I guess. But this is just every day, all of that gets so much worse. And there's a lot more too. And I say, I probably would still have this stuff, seeing as my genetics. We have mental illness in my family. My uncle has like schizophrenia. My mom has BPD. My dad got bipolar. So I was going to have stuff regardless, but I can't say for sure. None of it would have been this bad. if not for DPH. And like I said, if you don't do DPH, I don't recommend you do. Just stay clear of it. Even in low doses, even in recommended doses, it's been shown to have negative effects once you get older. Although the study was done on people already at risk of dementia and Alzheimer's, but still, just be wary. Like I said, you hopefully you put stuff into your body willingly and knowingly. And if you do, just be careful with what it is, because all it takes is one bad time to mess your life up forever. And unfortunately, like I said, I've barely lived any life. I'm going through puberty and whatnot, and seems like I've probably caused permanent damage to my mental health and to my organs, and you don't want to end up like that. You don't want to end up like me. So just please don't do this. I mean, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll definitely make more. I'll definitely make more. Not like Paul, man. Like I said, rest in peace, Paul. But yeah, I'll definitely make more trip reports as I try new stuff. See, that's terrible. Why would I say that? But yeah, this trip report's about over. Hopefully you watched to the end. If you didn't, well, hey, if you can give it a like, maybe subscribe. I mean, that'd be great. To be honest, I don't really care. I just want people to hear my experiences, and I just want to talk to people who have experienced this stuff as well. Also to spread out how just not worth it stuff is. But I'll definitely make more. But yeah, bye bye.